Like, what's the value in competing versus just coming here like every single day and
Jed, don't do that.
If you're the type of person who would like to compete, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
What is the value that you can find from competing versus just staying in the room and grinding out every single day, let's say for the rest of your life?
Well, I don't think there's nothing wrong with just chilling and not competing. It's really up to you, because obviously you have to deal with the variables of the possibility of getting hurt, takedown or something like that. There's more to it, I think, when competition. And then two, it's the training in preparation for that. So to me, if anybody wants to compete, I always tell them, if you're training every day, 1 or 2 times a day or pretty consistently, then give yourself 3 solid months to like 2 months at least to like ramp it up to like level 10. You know what I'm saying? Just to push yourself some more, to get your cardio, your timing in, all that kind of stuff. But if someone doesn't want to compete, I would say that's nothing wrong with that. But there is something to it. Like if you just do it one time, at least once.
Yeah, specifically for the people who do want to compete, maybe the conditioning isn't a problem, any of that. Like I've heard people say, like, competing is one of the best ways to figure out like where the holes are in your game or what you need to work on. You know, because like if you're in the room with people that you roll with or drill with every single day, they know your strengths, they know your weaknesses. Whereas when you go into a competition, you can get a real live view. You know?
Right. Yes and then no, because yes, in the same room we all drill the same stuff, right? We all practice the same stuff. But there's some guys that train more on their off time, like the weekends, the Saturday, Sundays, the off days, whatever. They come in and practice other stuff that we've worked on prior, you know, or stuff they learned from a seminar. But also too, I think the benefit in the competition aspect is that your adrenaline, the nerves and all that kind of stuff fight against you, kind of. The person you're competing against, their pressure is fighting against you. So sometimes your go-tos in the gym don't really like come out all the way. Unless you're consistently competing, then the nerves and stuff like that kind of dissipate a little bit and you're able to focus a little bit more and like apply what you normally do.
So getting that real like fight kind of...
Yeah, fight or flight type of feeling to actively do it. Like it was like that for me too. At first I was like, what? It was a totally different thing. And then as I started doing more, I started getting more comfortable, which tends to happen with everybody. So I think there is benefit to it too, because you're fighting against yourself. You know, obviously your opponent as well. But I think there is some benefit to competition. But if not, there's still benefit to training every day in the gym too. But I say for those who are like kind of iffy about it, at least in your whole jiu-jitsu career, at least compete once or twice. You don't have to, but if you kind of want to push yourself to just to see what it's like, I would say at least prepare properly and do it at least once. What I don't recommend is people that want to compete. They're like, oh, I signed up for a competition. Oh, okay. When? 2 weeks. It's like, and they only come like 3 days a week. It's like, come on, that's great. No, I understand the desire to compete and the willingness to say F it, but you're kind of selling yourself short. You're giving your mental, like, I think it was Ryan Hall who said it the best. You're giving yourself excuses on why you couldn't win. If I would have trained more, I would have won. Or if I would have done X, Y, Z, I would have done better. I would have got first instead of second. Well, just train really hard for 2 to 3 months. Like if you're a consistent guy, like Amir, trains every day, and then you want to compete, then in those days that you train, the second training or something like that, ramp it up and go super hard, do specific training, do all that kind of stuff. And then whether you get first, second, third, doesn't matter. Like you prepared, you knew you were going in there and you did your best. Doesn't matter, you know.
Makes sense.
And that's the same for kids and all the way through adults. I think that's the best mindset to approach competitions, you know, because ultimately it doesn't matter whether you win or lose.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's his name? I don't know. Zenith guy, OG legend guy. Why am I drawing a blank? You know who it is? The guy who started Zenith? Drysdale, Robert Drysdale. He had this interview on YouTube with one of those grappling companies, and he made the best point. Like, maybe it may not make so much sense now because there's more money involved in some of the jiu-jitsu stuff, but back then he was just like, when I won ADCC, he choked out Marcelo. I think he choked out Marcelo. He beat Marcelo, ADCC champ, all this stuff. He said he came back and nothing changed. He's still like,
just another Monday.
Another Monday. He's like, nobody, you know, had girls lined up for him. There was no celebration with one of those big phony checks that say $5 million. There was none of that.
Yeah.
So it's a great accomplishment, but like outside of our, you know, realm,
it means nothing.
It means nothing, really, you know? So to take some of the stress off of you, you know?
Yeah.
But he said it the best, and that's coming from like a legend in our sport, you know? So, you know, Eddie Bravo said the same thing too when he beat Hoyler, you know? So they're great accomplishment. I'm not taking anything from them, but I'm just saying for competitors, just like, dude, take the stress off yourself. It's not that big a deal. It's great. You challenge yourself, but that's really all it's about.
Yeah.
You know? But prepare. Don't give yourself a mental way out, you know? But,
awesome.